Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live in. Tomorrow is opening day for the 2023 MLB regular season. Today, the Athletic came out with their MLB position player tiers, in which they ranked the top 125 players. They were grouped in to different tiers. So it goes on to mention, I'm not going to share it because it's beyond a paywall, The Athletic, but the aim of this exercise is simple: to blend projection, scouting, expert opinion, and the eye test to create a comprehensive list predicting which players will provide the most all-around value in 2023. It's more than three writers' individual rankings, as they had formed an initial list, the three people in The Athletic, but they sent a color-coded spreadsheet to 25 executives, evaluators, coaches, players, and analysts to check our work, considered all their feedback, debated among ourselves once again, shuffled some names around, and settled on a final version. So Tier 1 comprises the best of the best in baseball. Tier 2 is MVP caliber players capable of being Tier 1. Tier 3 players carry all-star expectations. Tier 4 is made up of surefire starters. Tier 5 is a pool of above average regulars. So I'll share Tier 1 and Tier 2, and I'll quickly name Tiers 3 through 5. But let's get into it. So Tier 1A, and players are named in alphabetical order by last name. They are not ranked. That's how The Athletic did it. So basically, there's 6 best position players right here. Trey Turner, of course, joining the Philadelphia Phillies. Juan Soto's first full season with the Padres. Aaron Judge, fresh off his historic MVP season last year. Shohei Ohtani, 2021 AL MVP, also pitches. And Mike Trout, been seen among the game's best players for about a decade now, and Mookie Betts just not quietly, but has been amongst the game's best just about as long as Trout has. So they're their 6 best. So they also have Tier 1B, which consists of 7 players. Ronald Acuna Jr., another year off his torn ACL, was a kind of a down 2022, at least for him. Will he prove to be fully healthy? Yordan Alvarez, other than Aaron Judge, might have had the best offensive season last year. Nolan Arenado, Gold Glove winner every year. He has been in the majors. Freddie Freeman, second year with the Dodgers. Francisco Lindor, who had a nice rebound 2022 after a disappointing 2021. Manny Machado, NL MVP finalist last year. And Jose Ramirez. So out of those 7, I would probably think Jose Ramirez could have been on that Tier 1A. I mean, they all have a case. I would actually drop Francisco Lindor to the next tier, though. So let's get into that. Tier 2A, I believe it also has 7 players. Yes, it does. So we got Alex Bregman, Paul Goldschmidt, JT Realmuto, Julio Rodriguez, Corey Seager, Fernando Tatis Jr., Kyle Tucker. Who knows where to rank Tatis after missing all last year? He'll miss the first 20 games of this season. Still has suspension. Julio Rodriguez definitely could prove to be a Tier 1 player if he could improve a little bit on his rookie season. Paul Goldschmidt easily could have been on that Tier 1. Like I said, I would have dropped Lindor, and if I could put one on Tier 1B, it would either be Goldschmidt or Rodriguez. Goldschmidt is the reigning NL MVP. Bregman has had a couple down seasons, rebounded nicely, especially the second half of last year. Corey Seager, with no shift, man, he could see his numbers improve. And Kyle Tucker, of course, a vital member of the World Series reigning Houston Astros. And Tier 2B also consists of 7 guys. Another catcher, Adley Rutschman, already considered a Tier 2 player just in his second season, but he was worth, like 5 WAR and didn't even play all of last season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would have been Tier 1 if he duplicated his 2021 season, I'm sure. Mentioned that Jose Altuve probably would have been a little higher had he not get injured in the World Baseball Classic. He's expected to miss maybe the first 2 months of the season. Rafael Devers got that huge extension. Xander Bogaerts just joins a filthy San Diego lineup. Carlos Correa looked like he was going to sign with the Giants. Looked like he was going to sign with the Mets. No, he's back with the Twins, and Austin Riley could be right up there with those other two third basemen. Actually, other three. Who was it? Ramirez, Arenado, and Machado. Probably not as good defensively as those three, but hits just as well as them. So those are the 27 players that made either tier 1 or tier 2. As I said, I'll quickly mention tier 3 through 5. So tier 3, the all-star tier. Tier 3A, again, everyone's named in alphabetical order by last name. Pete Alonso, Bo Bichette, Wander Franco, Michael Harris II, Brandon Nimmo, Matt Olson, Marcus Semien, Will Smith, George Springer, Dansby Swanson. Alonso, Alonso, Bichette, Franco, and Harris. I could see all four of those being tier 2 players. Maybe if we revisit this at the All-Star break. Tier 3B, Willie Adames, Byron Buxton, Corbin Carroll, favorite friend Rookie of the Year, Matt Chapman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. As a Marlins fan, I just hope he stays healthy. Andres Jimenez just got that extension by the Guardians. Alejandro Kirk, Cedric Mullins, Sean Murphy, Brian Reynolds, will he finally be traded? And Kyle Schwarber. Next, we got Tier 4, the top starters. 4A, Ozzie Albies, Tim Anderson, Wilson Contreras, Jake Cronenworth, O'Neal Cruz. I hope so. He's such an exciting player, but definitely has some holes in his game. Tommy Edman, Gunnar Henderson, maybe the favorite for AL Rookie of the Year. Stephen Kwan, Brandon Lau. I expect him to bounce back from last year. Starling Marte, Jeff McNeil, Max Muncy, Jeremy Pena, Luis Robert Jr., Dalton Varsho, excuse me, and Bobby Witt Jr. 4B, we got Jose Abreu, Randy Arozarena, Luis Ariz, Chris Bryant. Will he finally hit his first homer at Coors Field as a Rocky? Yandy Diaz, Ty France, Nico Horner, Nathaniel Lau. I think he could be a tier 3 player if he continues what he did to end last season. Ketel Marte, Tyler O'Neill, Jorge Polanco, Anthony Rendon. Can he stay healthy? Seiya Suzuki, Gleyber Torres, Taylor Ward, and Christian Yelich. Man, how he has fallen. Tier 5, above average starters. Tier 5A, Harrison Bader, J.P. Crawford, Riley Green, Ian Happ. He could be Tier 4. So could Cabrian Hayes, Teoscar Hernandez, Hassan Kim, DJ LeMahieu, Ryan McMahon, Lars Nootbaar, Isaac Paredes, Vinny Pasquantino. I could see him being a Tier 4. Anthony Rizzo, Ahmed Rosario, and Eugenio Suarez. 5B, Javier Baez, Andrew Benintendi, Alec Boehm, Tyro Estrada, Jonah Heim, Jonathan India, Eloy Jimenez, think he could be higher, Yohan Moncada, Salvador Perez, Cal Raleigh, Gene Segura, Luis Urias, Miguel Vargas, and Christian Walker. Again, another guy who could definitely be higher. And there's a Tier 5C, Josh Bell, Michael Conforto, William Contreras, Brendan Donovan, Adolis Garcia, Trent Grisham, Mitch Haniger, Ramon Laureano, Jose Miranda, Keibert Ruiz, Anthony Santander, Giancarlo Stanton. Man, I want to see him stay healthy and be better than a 5C. Ezekiel Tovar, Justin Turner, Andrew Vaughn, and Colton Wong. So there you have it. The Athletics position player tiers, the top 125 players grouped into tiers. What do you guys think? Who do you think is placed correctly? Who do you think is placed incorrectly? Who's placed too high? Who's placed too low? Is there anyone not named who are you surprised didn't even make their tiers? I know it went on to mention how some executives believe JD Martinez definitely should have been on, that he'll have a nice rebound of a season with the Dodgers in 2023. But don't forget to subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.